If your faith, your religion, your spirituality leads you to bully people, to leave comments of hatred and judgment, then it's not serving Christ. It's serving yourself, and it's serving the false god. It's serving the false light. And if you reject any writings based on the fact that they were channeled or spiritual revelation, visions, etc., then you should reject essentially every book that's in scripture. In fact, if you were in full embodiment of the message of Christ, if you fully understood his message and you lived by his message, then you would know that no words are even necessary. You would know that what he brought to the world, the sacrifice he made, was all that we needed. You would know that inner revelation would come, inner gnosis would come, without the words of men. You would know what his sacrifice actually accomplished. Instead, you worship an institution that has tricked you into thinking that it serves God, the true Father that Yeshua brought to us 2,000 years ago. And you reject anything that's spiritual or mystical. Jesus was a mystic. And he was persecuted for it. He was ridiculed. For the same reasons. You are all just modern day Pharisees when you leave comments like this on pages of people who are actually true followers of Christ, who are here listening, surrendering to the Father in this time to help lead the flock to the true message of Christ. Not to mention, what you're rejecting, this gospel that I finished, is so empowering. To call it heretical, to call it satanic, it shows me you don't understand what Christ accomplished or any of his words. You don't feel him and his frequency flowing through you. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene tells us what are the 7 climates or powers that keep us from being in our full highest selves, which some call Christ consciousness. It talks about the levels to ascend, that our souls must ascend to truly know itself without the spells of the matrix, without these consciousness traps that we've been put into, without the wrath, without the chaos that has mostly been brought on by the church. If Jesus had a TikTok, you would all be up in his comments bullying him, calling him heretical, and calling him a false prophet. I have no doubt in my mind, because this happened 2,000 years ago. This is a long video, I know, but these things must be said, and The church needs to be called out. People need to wake up to the fact that the church itself is blocking you from union with God that Christ gave us through his sacrifice. We gotta bring it back to the basics. And this is what I love about the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Because it does. In it, Yeshua says there is no sin. The only sin is when you act against your true nature. When you're out of balance, when you're out of harmony with your true nature. And your true nature is to be Christ-like. Because if everyone was Christ-like, your baseline would be not to sin. All corruption comes from us. Our choices, we have free will. Take some accountability for your actions, for your thoughts. Wake up.